Hello everyone and welcome to Self-Mastery, the first power skills of the 4 power skills, which are self-mastery, thinking, emotions, and self-efficacy. Don't forget that the power skills are the most important human skills in the AI era. So far, we have been talking about the self-mastery, sleep, and dopamine. Today, we're going to talk about environment. Everything that we have discussed so far is super important. Getting enough sleep is important. Being able to rest is important. Being able to manage your baseline dopamine is important. Now, environment is the one thing that will support you in the process. We live in a distraction economy. Yes, companies profit from your attention, but while they profit from your attention, the price that you pay is higher than paying with money because your attention, your energy, your intention, and your dopamine are the one resource which can make your life amazing or bring you to depression, procrastination, and whatnot. This is why designing an environment which is productive helps. Now, I know that we all want to have spontaneity in our life. We want to have fun. And trust me, no one is a bigger hedonist than me. I love going to the beach. I love spas. I love parties. I love a good life. In order to have that good life, however, in order to be healthy by exercising to make money, by working, I have designed my work environment in a way that it's not inducive to distraction. In the 4 principles of success, we looked at environment extensively. So right now, I really do not want to bore you even further with the topic of environment, but I want you to think of the following. How can you declutter your physical space so that energy can flow freely? Now, clutter in itself is a synonym for lack of energy and distraction. And I don't want to argue with you about this. If you think I'm wrong, please do your own research. So the first question is, how can you completely declutter your environment? Now, in decluttering your environment, we need to talk about the next step, which is organizing your environment. And I will give you an example from former President Barack Obama, who said that he bought 10 of the same suits so that he never has to make the decision of what to dress and what to put on early in the morning. There is the so-called decision fatigue. We have throughout the day a battery, as we already discussed, of motivation, discipline, and willpower. We have this willpower battery. If we have to make decisions about small things like what am I going to have for breakfast, what am I going to dress, which purses am I going to use, we are already depleted. And I have met too many people who literally give away their attention to the least important things in life. Now, think about your attention and energy as money, as the most expensive currency. Are you just going to give money away like this, like throw them in the garbage? No. This is why after decluttering your environment, I want you to organize your environment in the 4 following ways. First of all, clothes. Whether you're going to use capsule wardrobe or whatever, when it comes to occasions which are not partying or dating, make sure that choosing what to wear doesn't take too much time. Second, food. Now, in speaking about environment, I should also mention that there is food which actually depletes your dopamine, food that depletes you from energy, and food that makes you sick. So I would like you to research this topic on your own and make sure that you do so that you have food at your home or office or working space that can literally give you energy so that if throughout the day you feel depleted, you have something to eat. Also, I've seen too many people who don't plan their meals, so their day runs from what am I going to wear, what am I going to eat? Really an important question. So organize your eating schedule in a way that you have enough products in your kitchen and you have some plan of what you're going to eat. So the first one was clothes, the second one is food, and the third one is habit formation. So much has been said about habits and environment. If you want to build a habit, make sure that your environment is designed for it. If you want to use less social media, get a basket, put your phone in it, and put it somewhere when it's really not easily accessible. If you want to work out, put your workout gear somewhere where it's visible, where you bump on it first thing in the morning. If you want to develop the habit of having deep work, make sure that you have a working space which is super minimalistic. Make sure that you have an anchor, an object in your working space which is meaningful for you, and it helps you remember who you are and why this deep work is important. So we have clothes, we have food, we had habits, and the fourth one is people. A lot of times we say that relationship is the most important thing in our lives, and that's true. However, there are relationships which fuel us, which support us, and there are relationships which deplete us. So especially as you're working on important career goals, but also in life, try to surrender yourself as much as possible with people who are as ambitious as you, who support you, who cheer you, and who have the same goals. One of the greatest benefits of going to huge motivational events like Tony Robbins events is networking with like-minded people. So your network is your net worth, and I suggest that you put conscious time, sometimes throughout your week, to reach out to people in networking communities, in social media, LinkedIn, wherever, to build a network of people who lift you up. There is nothing less motivating than being around people who feel like victims, who gossip, who watch reality shows, who pretty much give away their attention and energy. So in designing your environment, make sure that for unspecial occasions, you have something to dress and you don't have to make a decision about it. Make sure that you organize your kitchen in a way that it only has food, literally only food available that is good for you, and you always have something small to eat in case you've run out of products. Make sure that you design your environment so that whatever habits or whatever actions you want to be supported doing are obvious, and you have cues in your environment that are inductive to doing these actions. And finally, make conscious, purposeful effort to support yourself with people who are uplifting. And don't forget to do the challenge in your workbook. I invite you to do it now.